Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I am your host, Bubba Brewer, and we are going to have an action-packed, exciting show tonight. And before we get started, I have to introduce the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia. He did a show last night that just went gangbusters, but I will let him tell you guys about that show. But ladies and gentlemen, my co-host and a guy who got a jumpsuit and is ready for next week, special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing?
'Tis the season.
Why don't you give everybody a razzle-dazzle there on that lovely attire that you got on there?
Well, I figured I'd get festive since West Virginia has a new coach, and I'm announcing it here. I didn't announce it last night, but it's three different sources have told me West Virginia is hiring their old coach, Rich Rodriguez, from.
Oh my!
So,
are you breaking it right now on here?
So put it in your. When you post this rascal, make sure you say Shane announces the new head coach of the West Virginia Mountaineers.
I will put that Shane has a big, huge announcement. But yep. I want to congratulate you on your show last night. Tell everybody about the show that you do and what transpired.
I do a West Virginia show every week, and you just you're like, if you get 20 people in the chat, you're happy. 2 weeks ago, I had like 115. Last night, I had 245, and I have 4,500 views as of now.
That's
24
awesome.
hours. That's crazy. Yeah.
That is great. No, that's awesome, man. I mean, and I'm giving everybody a shout out. Thanks, everybody, for coming on. And we'll be talking. If you guys have any questions and comments, yeah, that's sad about Randy. Did you hear about Randy Moss?
He died. Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't die. No, he didn't die. He stepping away from ESPN because he has liver cancer.
Yeah, he's gonna die from it.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's terrible. I mean, it's he's not gonna be able to. It's not like you can't just go get treatment for this. This is terrible. I mean, he looked terrible. Last picture I saw of him, and I guess I didn't phrase that right. I'm not.
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're brutal.
It's the velour. It's this velour jumpsuit. Makes me kind of nasty.
You look like remember when in the 80s they had all those dance movies?
Oh yeah, that's look, got the.
Oh my God. What kind of tennis shoes do you got on?
Red ones. See?
Oh, Jesus God Almighty. 412 says you look like an Italian famous kingpin in the new outfit.
Well, I'm channeling my inner Bill Murray from Kingpin, which is, I think, the best villain of all times. When he looks over and says to that lady, "Hey, how you doing?" Not you. It's just fantastic.
If 412 says you do look like a hitman, and I'm thinking, what movie? Like one of those English movies, like with. Oh, God, it had Matthew McConaughey or something, and it had Jason Statham in it. You know what I mean? And they had the jumpsuits. That is funny, though. And he's wearing it next week, everybody, to the Christmas party at McFadden's. We're less than, a little over a week away. We're excited. Mark's going to be flying in. We're going to meet Mark. It's going to be awesome. We're going to hang out and meet the man live. And, okay. He doesn't have liver cancer. He left.
I thought he had liver cancer. I thought he was going to die.
Yeah, you look like a Sopranos extra.
Well, I'm going to try to be an extra in King.
Are you going again for Mayor of Kingstown again?
I'm going to try it again, man. Second time's the charm, right?
I hope you get it. I wish my schedule can't let me do that because I can't get off like I used to. Because actually today I was actually at a meeting and it was like. Oh my God! It was like WrestleMania today. It was not.
Where they combated.
Oh yeah, it was brutal, man. Woo! It was brutal. I actually, surprisingly, I was the calmest one. One of them.
Yeah. What are they fired up about?
Oh, I can't say, but it's just. Let's just say everybody should be on the same page. And there's a lot of diabolicals. Not, in my opinion, I don't care. If they come at me on this podcast, so they're listening, you know what? I pretty much said that what I said to your face. So it is what it is. So, okay. I'm getting everybody. So we had that lovely, are you happy with your MVP performance yesterday?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, what about you, Bubba? What do you think? I mean, I'm really I saw what I'm most happy about is, I sent you an article about Wilson being one of the top, as far as stats go, linebackers for this year. He's kind
I've
of like
seen that,
quiet, like a quiet, like a stealthy, what do they call it? Car, sleeper car, like something that just scorch you. You don't really realize it's there. He's not that big. He's kind of like
fast though. He's fast.
Yeah, he's fast. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this draft class this year was actually very, very good. Very, very good. Now, I don't know what happened to Roman Wilson. I don't know, but Eric Watts is out for the whole season. Wilson never transpired. I have no idea. But I also read that Holcomb could be coming back into the Pittsburgh. I just saw the title. I didn't read it all, so I'm not like the Inquirer, but and I know we'll be talking about that later on once we moved from the Cleveland game, because and that Cleveland game, having George sit on the sidelines was something that I didn't know. And how did you feel when you saw him on the sidelines like that?
Well, I heard before the game that was going to happen, but I'm glad he was there. A lot of times, what really irritates me, I'm going down a rabbit hole, is when guys are hurt and they're up in like a booth.
Uh-huh.
I don't like to see that, but for most of it, I just can't get over the fact the Steelers are third or fourth place, looking at that's the seed they'll get if they keep, if they maintain they got to win all but maybe one or two games and they can kind of stay in that spot,
Yeah, I think that they have a good chance as any to go 3-1, 2-2, and still be a viable. I think the Ravens, next week that'll be for the division. Once we beat them, we could put them in our rearview mirror like we did, Cleveland. We eliminated Cleveland out of the playoffs, and they're still talking trash, which is unfannable to even think about. The players. Now you had the lineman's wife coming to throw stuff out there like the Steeler fans or this and that. I didn't read the whole thing, but I'm like, look, you lost. It's over. Move on. Why? People just keep bringing up new problems that don't even, like, if you're going to come to Pittsburgh, hey man, they're going to boo you. I mean, you're not going to get cheered being a Cleveland player or a family. They're not going to cheer for you.
Yeah. It's not. You expect. There's no Geneva Convention for fans coming into Pittsburgh, and they'll treat them all right. You're not going to abuse them, but you're going to get a little bit of shit if you roll into Acrisure Stadium and you're not rocking black and gold.
Yeah, I mean, my God. I mean, it's not like you're overly barreling, like being a crazy or screaming and hollering. And I'm glad that you canceled Mariah Carey. I mean, and God bless you. I just, and I'll talk about that maybe sometime this weekend, Craig. Very good show. Very, very good. I like it. I really do. That was a long recovery process, Devil. And I did watch the second episode of Hard Knocks, but I'm gonna probably have to rewatch it again because I think I dozed off because it was late last night. Have you seen it yet? The second episode?
I'm watching Skeleton Crew, Disney.
Okay, I've been watching this thing called Sticky on Amazon Prime. It's about a maple syrup heist based on a true story. And
maple syrup's pretty expensive. $12 a bottle.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Holy hell. Okay,
yeah,
where am I at here?
It's about $2, $3 an ounce.
Yes, 412. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, these next 3 weeks is going to be something in 10 days.
I want to ask you and the fans. Hold on 1 second, Bubba.
Okay, I'll go back to the comments. Go ahead.
Did you see the article where fans in Philadelphia are kind of poo-pooing Hurts and wanting Pickett or Pick. They want Kenny to start.
Why? Hey, let him start. Let him start.
Okay, go ahead.
Let him start. And look, like we are an opportunist and a driven team. Like, we didn't even have our star receiver Sunday against Cleveland. Okay. After we took the lead on that Keanu Benton interception that Najee ran it for a touchdown, we never looked back. We're scoring more points than we have in the last couple of years. We are more complete. Now, do you think the Steelers right now are the most complete they have been in years, or do they need just a little bit of fine-tuning before they go into these next 4 weeks?
Other teams in the past have been fairly consistent. You knew what you're getting. Now, it would be very hard to prep for this Steelers team because the only thing that's somewhat consistent is the fact that your special teams play is great. But there's some games where the Steelers give up a lot of offense, give up some yards, some rushing yards.
Right.
There are some games where the defense is very stingy. They're all over the place. Now if they get all three sides of the ball just locked in, forget about it.
Well, and the thing is though, turnovers. I mean, the turnovers that we create, it's coming. Like, and I believe that when we do our live streams that a strip sack or an interception. I know I'm not aligned with a lot of people when they're watching it, but I believe like any defensive drive, the Steelers have opportunities to capitalize on making big plays, which makes the defense more complete than they ever been. I mean, the team on a whole is complete because, look, that game in that snowy conditions in Cleveland, okay, that was a one-possession loss. The Dallas was a fumble recovery away from a loss. All these losses that we had have been like one possession.
Manageable.
We have not get blown out. And the thing is, though, like the Cleveland Browns passing attack was almost 500 yards on Monday night. They didn't do what they think. They couldn't do what they were doing Monday night. They couldn't even capitalize on that because the Steelers' defense was that good. I believe that. Now, that one play, Judy got that touchdown. I mean, that happens. You know what I mean? But it's not like we're giving up. We're not giving up big, super big plays. Like, you're not seeing a 75-yard touchdown. You know what I mean?
No.
So, stuff like that. And, like, when you said about, like, Kenny starting, I believe this week we would want Kenny to start because
absolutely.
I just think whatever, if they do that, they pull that trigger. Okay, that's fine because we haven't won since 1965 there, and I don't know if anybody was alive when the last time the Steelers won in Philadelphia. I think Philly can be beat. I think if we are on all cylinders now, Pickens is going to be out, and I don't know who's going to be all on the injured reserve, but I think this team is complete going in, and Tomlin has these guys focused. That this hard knock stuff is just making me like, you know what I mean? We're seeing more of inside of Tomlin than we ever saw before. Do you agree with me on that, Shane?
No, I've seen clips and heard people talk, and it's quite entertaining what he. I don't know how much of it's put on, or is that really him? But I think it's 80% him, 85% him. So yeah. I'll take it as a hey, he's a likable guy. The players, and I've always heard he's a players coach. Players love him, and he's really. And you look at some of the highlights, not highlights, lowlights from last year, when the Broncos coach would interact with Russell Wilson, it was borderline abusive.
Well, that's why Sean Payton is not to me. He's not. He won a championship based on Drew Brees. And stuff like that. And you can't be screaming and you know what I mean? It's just a different culture. Yeah. And Tomlin knew what he wanted when we got Russell Wilson. And I don't know, Craig, about it all. And some people drink too much at the game and, and you can't be grabbing somebody. If someone grabbed her, that's not right. If a Steeler fan grabbed her, that is not right. Not at all. But I could see a Steeler fan saying, hey, Cleveland sucks. Your husband sucks. You know what I mean? I can see that kind of banner. But once a fan puts a hand on somebody else, you can't do that. Do you agree with that,
I'll sing a song that my wife sings little kids, and it goes like this. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch anybody. Don't bother anybody. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch anybody. Don't bother anybody. There you go.
That's amazing. Did April make it up herself?
No, she heard it somewhere.
Oh, okay, because you had a good rhythm to that. Good rhythm. Yeah, Barkley's. We're going to be playing Barkley. We're going to have to see. But we did like Chubb's only got 48 yards, so I'm happy. I don't think he's the back that he used to be before the injury that he had.
I think a Happy Gilmore.
You need a fake glove. That's funny. That's funny. And you know what? You look like you're golfing for real. Hurts is going to need more than 88 yards to beat us on Sunday.
Oh, wait. Uh-oh.
That's funny. Oh, George said he was 5 the last time. God bless you. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know there was any of us.
Claude Bishop, welcome.
You're the only one, George.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He has a chance to become if he wins a couple of these games, he's going to try to be, coach of the year.
He's not going to have to try. He will be. I mean, it's his to lose. I mean, come on, guys. Last
you see that?
What's that? What am I saying?
They were throwing shit at Porter's wife at the Browns home games. Yeah, so I mean, they have no class. So let's not stoop down to Cleveland Brown fans because Cleveland Browns have no class. The Ravens fans have no class.
No.
And Cincinnati has, I mean, all of them. That whole division, all our opponents have no class. So.
Well, I want to give you this channel a little bit of a thumbs up because guess what, guys? We're at 270 and some change. 271.
Oh, Claude's a new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us every Wednesday night. Me and Shane have an unorthodox approach about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we live in Western Pennsylvania. I'm more of the Yinzer diehard, Shane's more of a fan realist. He tries to give it to me real like Bubba. They can't win every game. You need to calm down. And Shane gives it to you real where he said that Justin Fields was going to be playing. It's in the archives. And could it be MVP for the Steelers? And we thought he was crazy, me and Mark. And it came to pass that Justin Fields was, he did play.
He's on leaderboard for our we do a crossover with Steelers Nation Australia on Tuesdays. And we have like a tally sheet, and Fields is still leading the pack. So we'll see what happens.
Well, thank you, Afton.
Campbell, now listen, Steelers 412. Let me talk to you.
Okay, I'm going back to that one. Okay.
And
talk to him.
I know Steelers Nation 412 is super excited about Taylor Swift coming.
Yeah.
And you're a little bit broken up because the last concert was last week for her tour. But I want to remind you that Dan Campbell, although he does kind of remind me
of Cower.
Oh, yeah, of a Cower.
Yeah.
He has a team that is a carryover, from last year. Mm-hmm. Tomlin, on the other hand, has a hodgepodge of it's like the land of misfit toys. And they all have superpowers. And we're coming in every week. We don't know if the Jack in the Box that broke is gonna freaking carry the day, or maybe Mr. Bumbles, or maybe it's that little elephant thing. You don't know. It's gonna be crazy. That's what Tomlin's dealing with. The only consistent thing is Mr. Heat Miser is TJ Watt.
Well, you have on defense, you have Highsmith, Watt, Cam, Fitzpatrick. Those are 4 components that has been a staple of our Steelers defense. Now on offense, before they had Russell Wilson, the only staple, the line wasn't even a staple because we didn't even know about the center. And those guys, and from injuries, look at Daniels. Daniels is out. McCormick's in. We got 2 rookies starting in our offensive line, and we are 10-3.
That's
huge.
McCormick gets my Isley's chipped ham, chippy player of the game because he's getting a little bit pushy, shovey. I'll tell you, man, I haven't had some chipped ham in a minute. Boy,
is that a copyright by Craig Wolfley? Did you steal that from Wolfley? Is that what he does too, or we just come up with our own? I was trying to
impersonate my inner Craig Wolfley.
Oh, okay, but he does that. We need to do something like not ham. How about oh man, what's a good meat? Barbecue ribs or the rack. If you get a rack of ribs or something.
I had Craig's nephew Maverick on the show in the summertime.
Well, you actually are filling in for. You actually are the new host. Yeah. The new host. Yeah. Yep. For Craig's brother.
Ham. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to come up with something. I mean, we are, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, we are sponsored by Mucky Duck Mustard. And it's the holiday times. If you're looking to send anything to your friends and family, if you want some spicy mustard, some barbecue, some ghost pepper barbecue, put it on a sandwich right there at www.morethanmustard.com. You can go on the website. You can order it. It's good stuff. We actually, the 2 of us, taste tested it. We get shipments. I eat pretzels when we do live streams. Shane's kids devour it like no other.
It was left out. They had eaten it. Yeah. Guys, I want to ask, like Claude's new, this is legit. This is actually a real mustard. This isn't like a spoof. We're not making
nope.
What's Kelly saying? Real. Let's pull it up so I can read Kelly's comment.
Oh, this is here.
Shane, I saw earlier someone said Les Miles is going to be on the staff with Rich Rod. I haven't heard that, but that would be fire. I love Les Miles.
And he's West Virginia stuff. I mean, Shane had like almost 5,000 views on his show yesterday.
So
congratulations.
Story with Rich Rod, Bubba, since you're not like a huge. So in 2004, 5, and 6, and 7, he had West Virginia in the top 5 in the nation all those years. Okay. They were nationally ranked in the top 5, and they were literally in contention for a national championship right before he left. He'd left to go to Michigan for the money, and it was a bad breakup. But, things have been smoothed out. Some of the fan base still does not want his ass back, but they're getting him at a good price, and he can coach some ball. He has donors. I'm talking not millions, but a guy that has like $10 billion is a huge supporter. Pat McAfee is. So that's why they're bringing that guy back.
Well, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you broke the news. You know what I mean? And Gene said chip chop ham. Chip chop ham.
Now that sounds Chinese.
Chip chop ham?
You want chip chop ham?
Chip chop ham. McCormick's tackle and block. Block the tackle. It's a chip chop ham block.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a meat. Like, I don't know. I can only imagine what Gene will be cooking up this week. That chili and pierogies, man. I've been thinking about pierogies like for weeks now, for real. I swear to God.
Gene,
like I talk about it at work.
Come on air with like an apron, a little bit of a little bit of maybe some flour, some chicken grease, and some barbecue sauce on him. Make him look like he's really getting after it.
Craig says, "How about Jack like ham?"
Jack like ham.
Jack like ham.
I still can't his comment from last time. He said, that was funny.
Well, I got everybody last Sunday. Brian Burns came over and made the payment. So that bet has been paid. And everybody saw Burns, and maybe we'll get him back on because when he is I need a censor button for him. He's way worse than me. So, but he does know his college football, and he did say the Steelers are looking pretty good. I mean, he just likes to razz us, but he did pay, so that's great. And that was a good game Sunday. I mean, it wasn't like there was any, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was crazy. It just feels, but still, I mean, we kicked the field goal. Keanu Benton made that switch with that interception. that turned, and then we went down and scored. It just turned that was the turning point because we never looked back. And that's good because now we don't have to worry about anybody else. The last couple of years, we got to worry about everybody else at this time. If they're going to win, if these two teams win, if they win, if we win and we can get in, we just have our own destiny. And that's all we have to do.
I'm happy for the big fella. Boy,
he was moving, man.
Imagine listen to this, guys. Imagine being being someone and you see that mass of just bulging humanness. Just, I mean, he's just no.
He's having a great year. That defensive line is, to me, is underappreciative and underappreciated in media, in the football media. Now, I could be wrong because, I am pretty biased with everything Steelers, but I do try to critique when, stuff is not the way I want it to be, but they are unappreciative. Like, a lot of people aren't talking about this defensive line in, just putting it out there. And I think stopping Chubbs. Now, if they stop Barkley, by the grace of God, because I'm taking them to beat Philadelphia. Me always. I mean, I am. I'm never going to pick them to lose. I just can't. I just can't do it. I can't. And what does that make me though? I know I do a Steeler podcast and I try to be as real as I can be, but is that what it makes me?
Yeah.
I just can't pick. I'm not going to pick them to lose. Like, and I know I go on a rant sometimes. Like, people are like, oh, when teams get beat and then people start bashing their team and they're like, oh, I got better things to do in my life than watch football. Football doesn't consume my life. Some people, maybe that's all they have.
Well, I'm telling you what, for about 15 years, with college sports, I was just like, every college game I could get to. I'd probably go to maybe, I don't know, 9, 12 a year.
Mm-hmm.
College football games. And then, I started having kids and just slowly just start, backing off of it. And then the NFL, I'd always watch the Steelers until it got political around 2019.
I know what you're talking about, but I still watch it.
I didn't watch a game. I probably watched maybe a quarter, maybe 2 quarters of a Steelers game in 2019. I watched none in 2019. So there's probably 2 years.
Let me ask you. I mean, we're up the beaten path, and we're just discussing. Like, before the 9/11 and all that stuff, the teams were in the locker rooms. If I'm correct, I could be wrong.
I think.
But
so.
I remember when I was when I used to be a season ticket holder. The national anthem played. Everybody got up, and did sang it and took their hats off. But I don't think. But I could be wrong, and then they started doing that like after that. But if I'm wrong, people, please let me know. I mean, I don't.
I think that's.
I don't know.
If not for, I think baseball was the only sport where they were already out there. I think basketball, they're out there for it.
Yeah, I just know. I'm not getting in a rant. I just don't know. I could be wrong, but that was I watched it no matter what. But
I'll tell you what, this time of year, and I just saw the highlight. I posted it on Facebook of Jerome Bettis.
Oh, I have it. Hold on.
Laying
Where's it at?
into
Shit.
Brian Urlacher in that snowy game. What was it, 19 years ago?
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
On the top, right above. It's right there. It's small. See
literally about wept. I almost teared up when I watched that, when I was sitting in a chow hall in Iraq, just watching it. And it was the first game I got to see all year.
That was a good game.
And
I was there.
It was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I was like, this is special. This is. And
that whole year was special. That whole year was special.
I got off. I start flying a couple days before the Super Bowl, and I literally got home the night before the Super Bowl.
Hey, when they beat Seattle, man, I cried. I seriously cried. I you know what I mean? The last time I saw a Super Bowl win, I was in third grade.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I was up at Drillers. I was the bar manager. I got cases and cases of champagne, and we boom pop corks, and I mean it was. I went out the next morning and picked up all the Steeler memorabilia that I possibly could get. But I mean, you know, the 80s and 90s, you know, Cowher was so
God,
close,
it was
you
tough.
know, and it was
Tough
bad.
sledding.
Like, I mean, when we lost to the Chargers, I was devastated for a whole year. I was on my hands and knees praying for Neil on 4th and 2, praying. I mean, I cried then too. I ain't gonna deny. I'm a big dude. I ain't gonna deny it.
Did
My
you see
grandfather was a season ticket holder, and we were going to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl that year. So
the matchup for the Steelers are predicted to be playing what 8 or 9 seed Chargers team, and
I'm not scared about the Chargers. I'm not scared. I'm not. We have to look at it this way. I'm not scared of anybody in the AFC. I'm not even scared about the Buffalo Bills, because if you could get to Josh Allen, it's over, and we can play Allen very good because we now have a quarterback though. We never had a quarterback when. I mean, God bless Ben, but I talked about it today. If I love Ben, but if Ben would have been like, "Hey guys, you need to draft somebody," Herbert wouldn't even be a Charger. He'd be a goddamn Steeler. If Ben didn't want to be all about Ben, I love Ben, but Ben be like, "Look, get this Herbert kid. Let him learn after me. I'm gonna go out. You know what I mean? Maybe maybe another year under my belt, and I'm leaving. It's all his." We wouldn't even had the Kenny Pickett stuff, you know? I don't know. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's true. Oh man, I don't know too many Seahawk fans. You know, I don't know too many Seahawk fans, but yeah, I mean, let me ask you another question before this game. You know, and since it's great that we eliminated the Cleveland Browns. Now, what do you think? Before I ask you another question, now what do you think about Myles Garrett using all this for next year? Now, what kind of malarkey is that?
That's a long time to hold that shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to get fired up and wait for it next year to thrive on you, and he didn't even have a good game. Like, he was shut out until like the last 4.5 minutes, and it wasn't even Dan Moore. Dan Moore chipped him, and it was Isaac Solomalo that gave up the sack.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even Dan Moore.
I mean, that was garbage play time anyway.
Yeah.
The game was
well. And he was like, "Oh,
big deal."
Like, yeah, I don't think he's deserving.
Being just a force of nature, the first 2 quarters of the previous game, to being totally just a ghost, other than the last maybe 4 minutes.
Right. And the thing is, I mean, the Cleveland Browns stigma of that team stenches like they haven't done. Okay, they beat us in a playoff. That's it. Okay, they've been fucking bottom feeders for pretty much their whole career, their whole time since they came back. Okay, they got a quarterback, $235 million, which was a waste. Which was, if he would have played, it would have been the same outcome, because the Steelers have Watson's number anyway. And Winston did not have a good game at all. I mean, less than a week, he had almost a 500-yard passing game to barely whatever, maybe 200 and some against the Steelers, and a lot of it was garbage at the end. It was in the prevent, So, I mean, yeah, we hope so too, Bernie. We hope so too. But I mean, I like this. My question that I was going to ask you: do you think this Steelers team, and anybody in the comments, you guys can play along too? Do you think this team right now is a Super Bowl contender? Not a playoff contender, a Super Bowl contender right now.
I think they're one of the top 4 teams.
What are your top 4 teams?
Detroit. Top
Okay.
team.
Okay.
Then I have a 3-way tie.
You have a 3-way tie.
Yeah, and they're all in the same. They're all in the AFC, which is unfortunate.
So in the NFC, you're only picking Detroit.
It's Detroit's to lose.
Okay. Let me hear your tie.
Seahawks look okay at times, but I'm thinking Detroit is head and shoulders better than everyone.
Okay.
And the AFC, that's a whole nother bag. That's just crazy. You got Kansas City, and then like literally, it's like one of those races where they're starting to lose their
Kansas
lead.
City's such the luckiest team,
They're
and it's
ahead.
not even a Tom Brady-ish. Like there's no Tom Brady. Like every play something.
Yeah,
like it's a play of every game. It's a play.
They've won so many games within 7 points, within a score. It's a matter of time before they lose a few. And
okay, that's one. Okay.
So Kansas City.
Okay.
Now right to the right and the left of
that means Kansas City's in the middle then.
Yeah, but I mean, like I think the Bills and the Steelers are just as good, if not better. But it just they don't have the ref the orange.
So you're putting the Kansas City in the AFC. You're putting Kansas City in the middle, Buffalo to the left, and Steelers to the right, and everybody's on a level plane.
No, I think Kansas City's starting to slow down, and now I think the Steelers and the Bills are going to just I think one of those teams is going to knock them off.
Okay, well, we got everybody. Everybody, Athens said yes. Steelers are a Super Bowl contender. Yes. Tom says yes. Why not? Claude, our new subscriber, said absolutely.
Capitals.
Thank you. Can be. Bernie says if they stay healthy, they can beat anybody. That's a good statement.
A new cat here, Thorell.
That's a good statement. Any given Sunday, that's true. Passed away.
We have someone who says Vikings.
Don't sleep on Baltimore. No, I'm not. Oh, you mean as a contender? Okay, but if we beat them, they might say they lose 2 more games. I don't know if they make the playoffs. I'm just saying. I don't know. Okay.
Here's the thing, Bubba.
That's nobody's ever said that. I like that. Steelers Vikings Super Bowl. Vikings. That is a good one. And Sam Darnold is I've seen him play when he played against Penn State. But maybe it's the system or something.
There's something old school and nostalgic about cold weather teams, like a Vikings team, Detroit, Pittsburgh, in the Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they're a Super Bowl contender. Well, once again, I mean, I'm going to. I think they're better than Kansas City. I predict them to beat Kansas City at home. And I have to get out of work because my stigma working is not good. The record's not good, and I know I'm superstitious, and I'm going to be upset, and I don't want to be there in the first place because we can't stream. It's Christmas, and I got to work. Huh?
Did you bring that up in the union meeting?
No. Oh man, it was crazy. It's crazy. No, they don't care. But I think on the NFC, I don't know if I do like the Lions, but something tells me that they won't finish the race. Something will trip them up. And it could be the Minnesota Vikings. And I don't know if Philadelphia has that much to get to the big game. So it all depends on how the Vikings finish, maybe. So that'll be seen. But yes, I think the Steelers definitely. And like I said, I think they could beat the Chiefs. And it all depends if they can get to Josh Allen, who threw 3 touchdowns and run for 3. I mean, he's the whole team. I mean, you contain him, you have a chance. And we're gonna have to probably, if we do play him, we're probably gonna have to go to Buffalo and we haven't played Buffalo very well in Buffalo in a while. I think we beat them at one time. So let me see here. I'm trying to get everybody's. Well, that's true too.
Ratbirds. I love that.
Patricia, thank you so much.
Eagles are scary with Barkley, but I don't think they're not quite the caliber of Detroit.
Well, I wanted their nose tackle from Georgia, and they drafted him before we did, and that's when we took Kenny Pickett. But I'm happy with Keanu Benton. Don't get me wrong. I am. I'm happy with all our draft picks except for not seeing Roman Wilson. I think this team is complete. I think they have a mission from God because I think Russell Wilson has something going on. Like, I saw a video of Russell Wilson seeing sick kids in a hospital, and the Penguins were there. Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 Penguins, and then he came in, and they had the Penguins, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, and then they had Russell Wilson. He was just stopping by, and they all ran into each other. So Russell goes to the hospital all the time. So that's commendable. He has that platform. He is Mr. Unlimited. And I know he's not going to be comeback player he's not going to be comeback player of the year because last year he had a good season, but also too, he got him he didn't get Denver in the playoffs last couple years. He's going to get the Steelers into the playoffs. So that could be comeback.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. Real good movie. Okay. Barkley is scary. Yeah, they probably wish that he wasn't in their division. The Giants and the Cowboys. Well, they're calling this the state championship or something. Tomlin phrased it. I mean, it's going to be something. I know George Pickens is not playing, okay, but and we might. And the thing about it is, if Mike Williams wouldn't have pushed off of that offensive interference, Mike Williams would have led all receivers last week with yardage.
Yeah, but it's divvied up, so it's like cutting a small pie into like 15 pieces.
Everybody's getting a piece, though. Everybody's getting a piece.
50.
Everybody. I mean, everybody. I mean, he's throwing to 10, 9 to 10 different receivers every game. So if somebody's always going to be open, so he's checking down. You know what I mean? And he's throwing them screens into the flat, which are great. I think they're great.
Patient, and he's getting rid of the ball. I mean, he came so close to eating it a few times, but
Yeah, but that Cincinnati interception was not on him. That wasn't his. I mean, that was just, you can't grab the helmet. I mean, and the other interception was overthrown. I mean, I'm not blaming. And people wanted him to be benched. The Steeler fans are like, oh, it was the first quarter. I'm like, man, shut up. It's okay.
I need to remind everyone that there is a Christmas party
at McFadden's. Yes. And Bishop, since you subscribed, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, it'll be at McFadden's. We're all going to watch the Steelers Ravens game, and Mark is coming in from Australia. He's going to be now it's 7 days. Yesterday was 8, and he's not packing anything. He's just putting stuff in a garbage bag, and he's bringing it over, and he's bringing like shorts, Bermuda shorts, and flip flops. I mean, I think that's what he's going to wear to the game. Him and Gene, and he'll be sitting beside Gene. Gene will be all decked out in winter clothes, and there's Mark with Bermuda shorts and a Steeler jersey and flip flops.
And some amoxicillin because he's going to get pneumonia.
Oh yeah, and and I'm excited to meet Mark. You know what I mean? Because we've been all doing this stuff for over a year. I mean, I got Mark on a show, interviewed him, you know what I mean? And we've been doing this ever since, off and on, and the three of us do these award stuff, and you know what I mean? And I know he's working today, but he's working hard. He's doing whatever he does in his job, and he's the most positive Steeler fan I've ever met, and I'll be meeting him. We'll be meeting him next week. Oh, okay. Well, you're in enemy country, brother. God bless you,
Maryland.
God bless you.
That's fine.
But yeah, it'll be something. I'll get those hats this week this week or next week off of Pat. We'll have some hats. Oh man, I want to get Mark Drunk to actually hook up with a female Steeler fan.
Oh,
maybe he'll have to get his green card. He'll, you know what I mean?
Right, like 90 Day Fiance, right?
Yeah. They love Mike Tomlin so much, and they get married at Heinz Field like Sunday afternoon. It's like a tornado wedding. That's funny.
You have like one of the offensive linemen that can
Well, who gives them away is Christian Kuntz. That'd be funny. Yeah.
I'm thinking. That's funny.
Yes. Well, everywhere is Steeler country. Everywhere there's a Steeler bar. Like Steeler bars are everywhere, But I know the game is in Philly. It is at 4:25.
Wow. So yeah. 4 o'clock we'll be rocking.
Yeah, 4 o'clock we'll be broadcasting because this weekend is my wife's birthday, Tammy's birthday.
Yeah, my anniversary's on the 19th, so I better do something for that.
Yeah. Well, I went to the doctor's. I had my follow up. I'm going to be working on my blood pressure. It was 140 today, which was good. And then I got to go back in a month because I have to log my blood pressure now. So, it is what it is. She said something about. I said I was being honest. I said, well, more stress than usual, but. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, she's upstairs. I was running a little bit late because she went to my in-laws, and Debbie always makes Tammy a birthday meal, and that was lasagna.
Ooh.
Well, thank you, Afton. Thank you. She still has the heart monitor. She's still getting tired. She's been going back and forth with her doctors. And if anybody that's ever has popped on and don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't throw my wife's stuff out there because my wife is very private, where I'm very open. My wife had COVID and she had inflammation and she had a heart attack. And due to COVID, nothing about her arteries or nothing like that, but I never thought it would be from COVID. And so I took a little chance last week because my blood pressure was high and I didn't want any chances. Mm-hmm. And then my wife's going through COVID, a heart attack, and losing her best friend, Abby, mm-hmm. which, it's very quiet. It's very quiet around the house. Mm. You know what I mean? Cats don't make a lot of noise, man. They just cats. What's that?
I said you're going through a rough spell. You should write a country music song.
Oh, I can't do country.
Oh.
No, I mean, you got to think positive, though. I mean, you got to, you know what I mean? Like I said, though, that's why I get back to the full circle about watching Steelers football. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like to do. Like, following this team go through this year, it is something. This team is complete.
So it's 4 o'clock, Bubba.
4 o'clock. We're going to be streaming.
If you don't, Bubba usually makes something, or Tammy makes something for him. It's really good. Loaded nachos.
Well, I finished the show is sponsored once again by Mucky Duck Mustard, and I am out of Mucky Duck. I finished it the other day, and you guys can check it on the website there. They have salad dressing, and this is legit out of Michigan. And Lawrence is great. They sponsor, this show is sponsored, and I don't know if I think he's listened to us a couple times, and he probably thinks we're very unorthodox.
We are very unorthodox.
Yes, and we must be entertaining because we keep getting shipments of Mucky Duck mustard and barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And your kids, like I said, eat it. Eat it.
We're either going to get some mustard, or we're going to get a cease and desist letter. Either way.
Right? Yeah, I know. But I don't think so because, I don't think so. Well, Afton, this community and Mark's channel is something that I've never seen before.
Right.
Like all you guys come to this show when me and Shane do it, and it's phenomenal. Where we've never met any of you guys, and you guys support us more than no offense, my own friends that I've been friends with, because they don't jump on here anymore, or people that I know that I try to throw out that, hey, look, we're doing a Steelers podcast, you guys can come on and subscribe. You guys are always in the comments, always making great comments, always supporting us. And like I said, if I have a bad day, and I've had a couple bad days, this is why I do these podcasts. And I've been doing podcasts since 2018. And I have that other channel, the Triple B Experience, where I do pulp cultures, because next Friday, it's the best of 2024. We're going to have to give all our topics, and you'll have like 65,000. But, I mean, I enjoy this. My wife left the town. Oh, that's a good line. That's a good country line. My best line. My wife left me, my best friend last week. I miss him already. That's my country. Not very good. I should do like some Christmas tunes, See if I can do that again. My best line from country. My wife left town with my best friend. I'm trying to think of it.
Maybe
my wife left my town with my best friend last week. I miss him already. No, I don't. I was going to try to do Elvis, and it wasn't going to, because Elvis doesn't do country.
Yeah, you stick to Elvis, not country.
Yeah, if I could do 10 Elvis songs, I'd be retired in Vegas and making big money. That's true. Yeah. I just can't remember any Elvis songs the whole way. I have to recite listen to it while I sing, because
when did the Steelers play in Vegas again? 2 years, right? 2 years?
It'll be no, it'll be them coming to us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When we play them again, they'll be coming to us, because we played them the last 2 times in Vegas.
That sucks.
And getting to Vegas is probably cheaper than actually buying a head of lettuce now.
Yeah.
Which I bought a head of lettuce the other day. It's like $2.89.
Cabbage is $1.79.
I can't. I like coleslaw. See how we go? We just start talking food. Well, I was hungry for wings today at a local bar, waiting for the uni meeting, and they weren't even open.
What bar is that?
Mugs. It's called Mugs. It wasn't even,
Well, if it was called Jugs, I would think you're
Jugs. Well, I'd have been there every day. Bubba, get out of here. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I never did anything in high school, because I would have been bullied if I would have sang in school and did any plays, even because I was a jock, because I played football. And you know what I'm talking about. In the 80s, they would have bullied me. I'd have got bullied for singing and doing plays, which now I'm doing podcasting, and I used to wear wrestling tights when I wrestled. Corned beef and cabbage.
Well, I wear wrestling tights when I sing, so that's probably why I get bullied.
Oh, well, you got that nice jumpsuit, man. That's awesome. No, I'm not a big corned beef guy.
I'm not a corned beef guy, but I love cabbage. I eat cabbage at least once every 2 weeks.
I just like coleslaw. Now, let me ask you, when you do coleslaw, what do you put in it?
I just buy the bag at Sam's Club and put
it?
Vinegar and mayonnaise in it, because I don't add sugar, because I don't want to add any sugar to it.
Oh, see, my mom made it, and she put Miracle Whip in it. You know what I mean? And when I was a kid, I used to eat Miracle Whip like it was, candy. And that's probably why I'm like over 300 pounds. You know what I mean? But I had Permane Brothers coleslaw on the side, and I'll never get it again.
Why is that?
It just tasted it wasn't good. It was like, it wasn't like mayonnaise. It was like something else. And it just wasn't good. I just didn't like it. And I'm not real picky on my food. Like, I just ate lasagna, and I didn't even cook it in the microwave. I just ate it cold and just came down here. And
that's no player hating for me. I will rock the cold lasagna. I'll rock cold anything.
Well, and speaking of singing, Craig actually does sing. Craig has actually sung on the Triple B Experience, sent a video to us, and we actually played it once, and he does, he does Christmas tunes and stuff like that. So Craig is, to me, an accomplished musician, and he has played, and he actually last year he sung a Christmas tune for us. So, well, that's true. On the Permane sandwich, on the original Permane sandwich.
You're in Kansas. I do love coleslaw with barbecue sauce and like pulled pork. Man, I love that shit.
It's got to be good barbecue sauce, though. I mean, like last night before we did the show, the Walmart. I bought a Walmart buffalo chicken pizza, and it was the spiciest goddamn thing I ate. Like, it was spicy as hell.
You didn't like it?
It was too spicy for me. And the reason why, I mean, I didn't eat the crust. You know what I mean? It wasn't a big pizza. And I know I'm trying to watch what I eat. Today was not a good day because we had a thing at work, and I ate a piece of Tammy's cake because it's gluten-free and no eggs. I don't know how the cake got made because my wife is allergic to eggs, and
Hey, James.
I don't know. Hey, James, I make my own barbecue sauce. Ooh, nice.
Oh, is it a killer because people get sick and die, Bernie, or is it because it's good? I don't know.
How do you make it, Bernie? Do you have a garden and you get the ingredients from there, or you just get the products from somewhere else and cook it up? Banana is good egg substitute. I didn't know that.
What is? Olive oil.
Banana. No, banana. I didn't know that. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I look like a friggin' caveman. I have no idea.
I know I use if I don't have butter for mashed potatoes, I use olive oil sometimes. It works great.
Oh, well, I think we should come up with some kind of Steeler sandwich or something.
We should do a Steelers cookbook.
We'll have Gene cook it. Because I'm telling you, I bet you his pierogies and his deer chili was fucking the bomb. I bet you it was, man. Deer chili is awesome. Now, I know Tammy makes chili with corn. You ever have corn and chili?
I have. What I do is I make chili, and then 2 days later I make chili mac, and the kids kill it and finish it up.
Oh, well, your boys eat. There's nothing. You're spending probably $1,000 a week in groceries.
I spend about $2,200 a month.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
Maybe
God bless you. That's why you need that West Virginia show, and and do it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Hats off to Shane, guys. Now, I know we're a Steelers show, but Shane can talk West Virginia anytime he wants to. But his show last night, probably now, is pretty close to 5,000 views, and I'm trying to tell him to do his own stuff because he does stuff with another company.
Me. Yeah, I do it for somebody. I do it on someone else's big mega channel, but it's my own show. I do it weekly. But
you need to get this.
Well,
no, I'm serious though.
If I continue to get 5,000 views, I will. But it's just
you get 5,000. Yeah, I mean, that's just me. Well, I know. I mean, he thinks I swear too much. So, Buy Rocks also good for. I never heard of that.
What's a Buy Rocks rock?
I don't know. I don't know.
Afton is probably the smartest person on our channel.
Yes. And if we don't know, she'll find it. She'll give us the answer, and the answers that she always gives is always right.
Yeah.
And like I said, we don't know. We've never met any of you guys. But you guys, I'm telling you, I cannot explain the positive support in this Steeler community. Like, it's nothing like I've never seen.
But I could probably spot Jamie and Afton from their pictures. If I saw Jamie in a crowd, I'd be like, that's Jamie. Just from
her. But that's a good picture.
That is. Look just like it.
Yeah. But I mean, I know Mark. I mean, and I was watching his his other mate. I watched his show the other day. Because he actually comes over to the United States too. Oh, wait, it's a German dish.
Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, that sounds good. Oh,
I've never had that. I have no idea. Maybe we should feed some cabbage. We should feed some cabbage to the Eagles. Oh, very popular with Kansas.
I bet all the Germans out there.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to be, I tell you what, it's going to be a lot of talk about how we never win in Philly. I mean, we've been having this negative talk since this gauntlet showed up, and I don't have a video for it because Mark's a little bit more tech. I mean, I am pretty tech savvy, but Mark's pretty good with the videos. Every time gauntlet was said, he's redoing it. But I just think that if we beat Philly, we'll get they will respect us so much. But I'm hoping they win. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe they will massage Pickens. I don't know. Give him some shots. See if he. I don't know. You never know. Because I didn't even know. I didn't even know he was hurt.
Just let it rest.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was hurt. Like I did not know. And look, we're going in there with house money. It's not we're going in there. We're going to Philly with house money because it's house money because we haven't won since 1965. So it's all house money. But now we have a dealer called Mr. Unlimited, and he's going to be dealing some hot hands. And that offense is his, and that defense is going to stop Barkley. And if that's what happens, we are going to win. It's doable. It's doable. I mean, Sunday when we watch the game, it's going to be a good game.
I'm catching the Steelers' Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
I love your. Well, hopefully, you know what you need? You need some bling. You need to be like LL Cool J with that.
Yeah, I need a little chain action.
Yeah, I have a Steeler chain. You could do that. Yeah. So, like I said, we're less than a week at McFadden's. As soon as I get my lovely shitty Jeep out of getting an oil change, and my fan belt is whistling like a whistle pig. Hopefully it doesn't. I need to get that. That's why I'm getting it fixed Sunday morning before I come to Pittsburgh. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. And hopefully some of you guys that are in the chat and Mark's chat and our chat, come and see Mark. And, we'll probably do some lives and snap some pictures and stuff like that. And hopefully don't get thrown out of McFadden's, and then that'll be good. That's a good law of averages, Bernie. Yep. I think we're going to be good. I think we got 4 weeks for regular season, and what a regular season this has been on this channel, because this is the first year that this channel has been like this, because the last 3 years it's been different names of a different channel. It's all Steelers stuff, but since Mark told me to split the channels, and I want to let you know this, ladies and gentlemen, we're also on audio. If you guys got Spotify, it is the Triple B experience, where it always has the Steeler Dynasty podcast shows on it with all the other shows that I do. Because last week on the audio, we had 240 downloads last week alone. I don't know how they're getting them ratings. And that's where on the audio where people can buy us whatever, subscribe or whatever. One of these days we'll start chipping away and doing whatever. But
we need 500 subscribers, and then we can get super chats and stickers and
yep. Koozies, beer koozies, man.
Velour jumpsuits, etc.
And then we're gonna. I want to get a Steelers shirt with me and you, like in a cartoon illustration on the cover. Well, maybe with you with your Rock'em Sock'em gear outfit, yeah. And then me with just a big hoodie or something, waving terrible towels. Cartoon illustration. Well, Pat could probably do it.
Yeah.
Pat Usick at SNS Screen Printing can possibly do it.
Patricia made a great comment.
Yep.
That's true.
And we did it to Chubbs too. So we're stopping these powerful running attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense is on fire. I just hope that Cam and TJ Watt don't cancel each other out for Player of the Year. I just thought of that yesterday, I think. And that could happen. Those two guys are so good. It'd be some other unsung, guy coming through and taking the votes. Yeah, he still had it from no, he didn't have it. That was Dante Jackson that was hurt. Ooh. Ice it down then. We need him iced down. And we'll be giving you guys at 4:00. We'll making sure I'll do the injury report, and Shane will give his 3 keys and I'll give my keys, and we'll give our score predictions, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll and chit chat the whole game through. Because doing live streams is it's cool, but it's still hard though, And that's going to be our last live stream until probably Cincinnati because we'll be at McFadden's. Maybe we'll do some live stuff real quick, and then Kansas City. I'm working, and I'm going to hurry up and zoom home to do as quick as I can because I can't take off because somebody would rat me out for calling off and doing a podcast. I guarantee it. You can't trust anybody anymore, Shane. You know what I mean? It's a shame.
Everybody's a snitch, especially those McDonald's workers. You know what I mean?
I heard about that. Ain't that crazy? That's
Here's
crazy.
The thing. The guy is supposedly really, really smart, but something's not right if you're carrying all that stuff with you at a McDonald's.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
You think you would have got rid of it. So I don't know. And then the picture does this unibrow. There's no way that unibrow grew that much because the pictures you see like, okay, there's no unibrow, but
I can't even get a McFlurry at McDonald's whenever I want it. But if you're wanted by the FBI, they'll catch you at McDonald's.
Yeah, don't get your Egg McMuffin if you're going to be doing a hit on someone.
Yeah, what's that mean? Hey, Baba, intro music. The Triple B, who? Oh, my music for the Triple B is off Canva, and I did, and we were getting copyrighted stuff on this one, so I changed it to instrumental stuff.
I don't know where the game's going to be broadcast. Let's look that up.
Fox, and you know who's going to do the announcing?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Yep.
Nope. Tom Brady will be announcing the Steeler game against the Eagles. Yep. Tom Brady. Yep. See what he has to say about the Steelers in a kind of positive way. Or is he going to be like Chicken Neck Collinsworth, always bashing the Steelers because they beat the living crap out of him? But, I mean, he does have a good record against us, which sucks. But now look at New England Patriots. They are a shell of their former dynasty.
So put up Afton's comment before they came up before Kelly.
Right here, right there.
So Afton, so you're saying I'm sophisticated, but I'm not smart.
That's funny. Canva's the place where I design all the graphics and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I can do videos and stuff like that. And that's how I created my wedding invitations and wrestling poster tickets and all the other stuff, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I don't use it every time, but I do. I would like to get there you go. You're sophisticated with that outfit.
Well, I'm going to pull up a Canva for 2 weeks that I've had for a while here.
I don't know who the band is, Bernie. I'm sorry. I don't know. Because I'm trying not to do the Triple B experience was just a lot of songs I tried to mix and match, and I haven't gotten in trouble for any copyrighted. But Mark always told me, Bub, if you guys get copyright, and if you would have we had a big stream where we had almost 4,000 views. He goes, you never made any money off of that. So I just do let me get your thing here. Ah, yeah, give me that. Yeah, you gave me that thumbnail.
Yeah, I know. I'm just pulling it up so the kids can see it.
Yeah, look at that. She ain't gonna be wearing no high boots, you know. I'm telling you, we're gonna win. I'm very confident that we're gonna beat Kansas City.
After you kill me. Well, guys,
yes.
I'll tell you what, Bubba, it's been we've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes.
I know. I can't see us going 24 hours like Mark said.
I could probably do 4.
I don't know. I don't know. She probably will because you know why? Afton, it's on Netflix. That's why she's probably coming to Pittsburgh. If it was a 1:00 game, Kansas City at Pittsburgh, she wouldn't be there. But I guarantee she's coming because it's Netflix, and hopefully Netflix don't drop the ball like they did in the Tyson fight. So yeah,
spinny wheel of death.
Yeah, spin the wheel of death. That was terrible. Yeah. Oh, well, that could be true too. But no, guys, we'll be live streaming 4:00 this Sunday, if I have any type of anything happens or whatever, and something happens, some big newsworthy stuff for Steelers, I'll make a quick video, or I'll do a quick live, or do something. If Pickens is able to play, I'll try to drop it as fast as I can go. And like I said, we'll be here to entertain you come Sunday. Oh, okay. Awesome.
That'd be great. We need some good
yeah.
Siren. We'll be set. That's what we need.
Thank you guys. Thank you. And thank you guys for
this was one of our crazier shows. We're all over the place. But sometimes they're even more entertaining, believe it or not.
Yeah, and we don't have a script, Claude. We don't have a script. And we also, like I said, I have my other Triple B experience where we talk pulp culture. We do the best of, we do the top fives of our stuff. And next Friday night, we're going to do the best of 2024 with a lot of moments, movies, what our best movie, what TV, and all that stuff. So, no. Do you guys know any free streams for football? No, it's hard. It's hard. Oh, thanks, Devil. I don't know any streams for. Uh-oh. Get it right now. You got it? Before we leave, the question I'm going to ask.
I'll pull it up on the screen. Ready, kids?
We're going to go with Justin's question right there. There's the question right there. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball.
It's coming up.
Think the Steelers will win in Philadelphia this time?
Okay. Guys, this Magic 8 Ball picked Arizona State, who was picked up by all the sportscasters to be last to win.
Thanks, Cal.
And they actually picked them to win, and they won the conference. Okay, so
here we go. Here we go. Before we get out of here, because we haven't done this in a while, will the Steelers beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia? Beat the Eagles in Philadelphia? What's it say?
It is decidedly so.
There you go, people. The Magic 8 Ball has spoken. Pittsburgh Steelers over the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday. We can't get any better ending than that, brother. Can't get any better than that. There we go, Justin. We have answered your question and all your hopes and dreams. Will be happening at 4 o'clock, the live stream where the crystal ball says that the Steelers will beat the Philadelphia Eagles this time around. And we appreciate all you guys for tuning in. We're going to get out of here. Shane, thank you so much as always. Congratulations on those big numbers, on your West Virginia podcast. And if you guys just like Shane for being entertaining, just subscribe to his West Virginia stuff. He's as entertaining as he is here, as he is on that show. I've seen it do it. So, guys, thank you so much. Shane, have a great night in that jumpsuit, and don't do any Running Man. Can you do the Running Man?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shane.
Good night.